I'm here.
Councilman Fleming,
Here.
Councilman Muir,
Here.
Councilor Rohrbach,
Here.
Councilman Soltis, Councilor Wright, Mayor Gregson.
I am here, thank you. The invocation and pledge this evening will be led by Councilman Muir. I invite you to stand if you would like.
So, one of my favorite prayers of all time, kind of helps me guide my life, and certainly will use this for my decisions and stuff that I make here in City Council. Lord, make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there's sadness, ever joy. O Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, in pardoning that we are pardoned, and in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. First up, we have the approval of the agenda. Are there any additions or deletions this evening?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I believe we have one from the City Attorney's Office with a recommendation from Special Counsel on 2 cases. If they'd be so kind as to list them, I'd like to make the motion to add that under, reports 6.1.
Sure. Thank you. Mr. Sherman?
Your Honor, the form of the motion would be a motion to add the recommendation of Special MMRMA Defense Counsel to the agenda in cases Arctic Fox LLC versus Madison Heights. That's case Oakland County Circuit Court case number 22-197465-CZ, and the case of 305 North Euclid versus Madison Heights. That's Oakland County Circuit Court case number 2023-201-613-CZ.
All right, thank you. So, Mr. Bliss, thank you for making the motion. Is there support?
Your Honor, I will support.
All right, thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of adding to the agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion. Okay, motion carries 6-1. Are there any other items to be added or deleted? Okay, moving on then, we will do presentations of our 2023 Fire Department Awards. Chief Polito, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mayor and Council, for giving us the opportunity to recognize these individuals tonight. We have 4 awards to hand out. I'm going to have Captain Dwyer start us off. He is in charge of our EMS division, and he is the individual that put in for these 2 awards to be handed out. So I'm going to have him issue them.
Mayor, Council, on December 22nd, 2023, at 12:24 hours, the crew from Engine 71 and Rescue 71 responded to a report of a person possibly choking or having a seizure. Upon arrival, the crew found 2 employees performing CPR on the patient with an AED already applied. The patient was in a lethal cardiac arrhythm. The AED advised to shock. The crew from Rescue 71 shocked the patient, continued to render ALS care. After approximately 15 minutes of giving the patient advanced cardiac life support, pulses were restored. The patient was transferred to Beaumont Hospital, at which point the patient care was transferred to hospital staff and continues to show improvement still to this day. Due to the quick thinking of Rob Thompson and Kyle Machete, performing CPR and applying the AED pads to the patient drastically improved the chances of survival, and the Madison Heights is happy to present a civilian citation to Rob Thompson and Kyle Machete for their actions. Come on up.
Yeah,
just real quick update on our employee. He's improving daily. Talked to our plant manager, James, just this week, and he's wanting to come back to work. So keep praying for his health. The only other thing I wanted to say is that, we work at the manufacturing shop just a couple miles from here. We're very, very thankful for everybody in this room that showed up so quickly. It was within 5 minutes. Recognize a lot of the faces here tonight, so thank you to everybody. There's 2 words that I know are in our mission statement. They're trust and community, and boy, do we trust the community in times like this. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next award is given out for an enduring effort to improve patient care for the citizens of Madison Heights. Lieutenant Brown and Paramedic Roberts each month perform quality assurance and quality improvement reviews from the previous month's emergency medical services reports to provide constructive feedback to the personnel, ensure proper medical care and patient documentation. These efforts have held and helped push the Madison Heights Fire Department forward as a premier EMS provider. In honor of these, we recognize Lieutenant Damon Brown and Firefighter Roberts with a Meritorious Service Award for their continuous contributions to ensure the department delivers the highest quality EMS service for the city of Madison Heights.
Appreciate Captain Dwyer coming to those awards. He's done a great job with handling our EMS, so it just shows you what a great work he does. Firefighter Tom LeVay. Firefighter Tom LeVay recognized the need to improve the fire department's community outreach program. Firefighter LeVay began and led the efforts to host the Fire Friday videos for the city's Facebook page and YouTube channel. In addition, Firefighter LeVay worked diligently on getting a nationally known YouTube channel, Heroes Next Door, a channel that raises public awareness of how firefighter and EMS providers work throughout the United States. These videos highlighted all the great work and services the fire department provides to our community. For his initiative and proactive approach to enhancing the fire department's community outreach program, Firefighter LeVay is presented with a Meritorious Service Award. Hopefully you recognize Tom because he's probably on the vast majority of the videos that are up there. So he's done a great job. So next, Firefighter Toll. You can bring everyone up. During the past year, Firefighter Toll served as a senior firefighter on Unit 3. The senior firefighter is an invaluable position and is often the conduit between the fire officer and firefighters. Firefighter Toll has done a tremendous job leading firefighters to accomplish the goals set by the officers. Despite his seniority, he has always seen working alongside others, especially the probationary firefighters. He never uses his seniority as an excuse to let someone else do the undesirable jobs. He takes on a membership role and guides all the personnel. When given unit tasks or assignments, Dustin leads others to ensure the assignments are done correctly. As a hazmat technician, he's developed and conducted monthly unit trainings. Dustin is a member of the peer support team and is a member of the peer fitness and is one of the peer fitness instructors. In addition to his proficiency as being a firefighter, Dustin always has a great attitude. He truly cares about the welfare of the entire department. And I am pleased to recognize Dustin Toll as a 2023 Firefighter of the Year for his dedication and service to the Madison Heights Fire Department. Thank you again, Mayor and Council, for letting us recognize those. Great job that everyone did here tonight. So thank you very much.
So I want to thank all our firefighters, but I also want to thank their families as well. So for all the kids who are here, your parents, everyone who comes to work every day and they're gone from you, they're here to be heroes in our city, and we all really appreciate what they do for us. So when you're watching Superman and Wonder Woman, remember that you get to live with a real-life hero every day. And we thank you for letting us borrow them for part of that time. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. All right. Next up, we have Oakland County's Manager of the Workforce Development, Jennifer Llewellyn, is presenting the Oakland 80 Initiative. And I'm just going to ask, can someone maybe shut the door, because I'm guessing, do you want to shut the door? Yeah. I'm just thinking it's probably going to be loud out there. If you want to shut the door. Yeah, thank you. Just so we're not interrupting your presentation.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. It's exciting for me to be here this evening. I was born and raised in Madison Heights, proud graduate of Lanphier High School. My husband and I purchased our first home in Madison Heights, so it feels really exciting to be back here. I remember sledding down that hill multiple times, so very excited to be here. On behalf of Oakland County, representing our Oakland 80 initiative. For those of you that aren't familiar with Oakland 80, she assured me this was going to work. Well, we'll go ahead. For those of you that aren't familiar with Oakland 80 is Oakland County's goal to have 80% of Oakland County residents with an industry-recognized degree or credential by 2030. It's a very ambitious goal. You might be familiar with Governor Whitmer's 60 by 30 goal that was established. And when that goal was announced, one of the first things that we did was say, well, where are we at here in Oakland County? And we were pleased to find out that we were at 61%. Now, we could have said, well, great, we're already there, and we'll wait for the rest of the state to catch up. But because of, the vision and leadership of County Executive Coulter and the team at Oakland County, we started to look at what does it mean to have educational attainment? What is the benefits of that? And when you really dig into the benefits of educational attainment, it's lower unemployment rates, higher wages, higher economic self-sufficiency. And so it seemed very logical for us to establish a local goal for Oakland 80. So we got a group of leaders together, business leaders, our presidents from community colleges and universities, nonprofit leaders, and said, what if we established a local goal and really pushed ourselves? In Michigan, Oakland County is ranked second for educational attainment behind Washtenaw County, but we're close, we're catching them. But what became very concerning is when you look at other counties across the United States that are similar to Oakland County, similar in population, similar in demographics, you can see that we're towards maybe the middle of the pack. And when businesses are looking at a place to choose to locate their business and grow their business, the first thing they ask is, tell me about your talent pool. Do you have a skilled and educated workforce? And so one day in late 2019, we got this group of leaders together and said, what if we shoot for 70%? What if we shoot for 75%? And everyone said, no, we need a stretch goal. And so Oakland 80 was born that day. I have to say it was a little bit of heart palpitations for me because I thought, gosh, that's a pretty ambitious goal. But we were at 61%. And I still believe that we'll be able to achieve 80% by 2030. As it stands today, we are already at 68.4%. We've made significant progress since that day. And a significant reason for that achievement is the investments that Oakland County has made into our Oakland 80 initiative. One thing that we learned quickly from national research was that the impact of career and educational navigators for high school students and adults is critical. So with a $2.8 million investment of American Rescue Plan from Oakland County, we launched a group of Oakland 80 Career and Education Navigators. One of our navigators, Jason Chapman, is here with us today. He's actually located here in the library every Tuesday to meet with Madison Heights residents to help them pursue their educational goals and their career goals. So if they're not sure how to complete a FAFSA, if they're nervous about stepping foot on the community college campus, if they don't know about Michigan Reconnect, where they can get free community college tuition for any Michigan resident 21 or older, Jason can assist them through that process. We now have a team of 9 career and education navigators housed around Oakland County, and I'm excited to share that in the next few months, we will be adding somewhere between 10 to 20 additional career and education navigators who will be placed in high schools across Oakland County. We believe that the high school students need more support with their educational, their post-secondary educational goals, whether that's an apprenticeship, whether that's an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree, enrolling in the military or other skilled trades programming. We've also invested in removing barriers that are interfering with post-secondary education. So with a $1.5 million investment of ARP, we now have dollars to remove barriers. So maybe transportation is an issue, and that's why someone can't enroll in school, or childcare, or maybe they can't afford the books and supplies that are needed to enroll at the community college. With these dollars, we can help remove those barriers. Our navigators have now connected with over 46,000 Oakland County residents. They have provided one-on-one career services to over 1,500 individuals, and over 800 individuals have had barriers removed that can help them obtain employment or enroll in post-secondary education. We've also published a report. It's available on our website. We can make sure that everyone receives a hard copy as well, where we studied by geography across Oakland County, as well as by race, ethnicity, and gender, the educational attainment rate of different areas across the county. So the Pontiac-Waterford area has a 38% post-secondary educational attainment rate. We know we need to do more work in that area. We also learned that the west side of the county has a lower, that stretch from Holly to South Lyon has a lower educational attainment rate. We know we need to be more intention in that area towards achieving post-secondary educational goals. So I know I'm limited on time here this evening, but I do want to thank you for your support, for allowing Jason to be here in the library every Tuesday. We have now made a second investment at the county of $15 million to help move Oakland 80 forward. It's a great initiative to empower residents with post-secondary educational attainment and the resources that they need to be successful. Thank you.
All right, thank you, appreciate that. I'm wondering if that's a presentation that we can get to put on our website or something, since we didn't seem to be able to have it here. Okay, all right, so the information is available online then? Okay. Okay, that's great. Yeah, if you give that to me. All right, thank you very much. All right, that concludes our presentations. Next up, we have a meeting open to the public, so this is the opportunity for the public to speak. Ask that you keep your comments to 3 minutes, direct your comments to me, give your name, address, any affiliation with the city. And with that, I'm going to open it up to the podium, if anyone wishes to speak. Okay, seeing no one interested in speaking, I'm going to close meeting open to the public. And we have for the consent agenda just one item, that's the regular city council meeting minutes from January 8th. Can I get a motion to approve?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from January 8th, 2024.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor, support.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries. And then we have 3 reports, starting with the resolution to support the state's implementation of the Ground Emergency Medical Training Transportation Program.
The Federal Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services oversees a ground emergency medical transportation program. The GEMT provides funding and support for eligible healthcare providers through state agencies to ensure that individuals without reliable transportation access to emergency medical care. This program improves access to medical services for Medicaid recipients. Michigan does not currently participate in this program, although we're the nation's 8th highest number of Medicaid enrollees. This means that local agencies that transport, like the City of Madison Heights, is missing out on federal reimbursement by Medicare to cover the cost of medical transport for this significant segment of our community. Since last February, we have been working to move legislation forward to require the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services to implement this program for our state. Our 2021 estimate of available funding for Madison Heights was over $400,000, and the numbers have only increased since. This is significant funding that the City of Madison Heights could use, as most other communities in the state. Special thank you to Captain Matt Dwyer, who is here with us tonight, for putting together these numbers and working through this process. Tonight, staff recommends that City Council approve this resolution urging the state legislature to adopt legislation directing the MDHHS to enroll in the GMAP program. In addition to this resolution, Madison Heights and Sterling Heights has taken a lead role in requesting possible executive action that would force MDHHS to implement this plan sooner.
All right, thank you. And what is the wish of council? You got a
Your Honor,
motion here?
I'll make the motion to approve this resolution urging the state legislature to adopt legislation directing the MDHHS to enroll in the GEMT program.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I will support.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Your Honor, yeah, I think this is a really good thing for a lot of people that are in need for emergency services, especially from our, the cost of transportation and for emergency services, is pretty costly. Any help that our residents can get across the board to help them paying for ambulance services or any those kind of costs is great.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
I will
Yes.
just kind of clarify what the program is. I know it's kind of confusing, but, so currently those those residents don't actually pay for these services. So these are services that the city incurs. We get paid from Medicaid, and then the city basically eats a lot of the rest of this cost. So this is money that the federal government would actually pay us. It's a program that's already appropriated in the federal budget. And so the Department of Health and Human Services just needs to amend their action with the federal government to allow all the municipalities and people that transport in the state of Michigan to have those funds available. So relatively simple in that way. So this would just bring more money to the community to provide better EMS services or more EMS services or fill that gap in our budget.
All right, thank you for the clarification. Is there any other discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those against say no. The motion carries. And Mrs. Marsh and Chief Lolito, please let us know if there's something else we can do other than the resolution. All right, just let me know. All right, thank you. Next up, also city managers, the interlocal agreement between City of Madison Heights and Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County to manage all aspects of the neighborhood improvement program.
In fiscal year 2023, the City of Madison Heights partnered with the Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County to submit an $850,000 grant application for community project funding through HUD. This grant provides investments in a wide variety of projects, including home improvements in specific areas. Through this partnership, the city staff worked with Habitat for Humanity to create a multifaceted program to help Madison Heights homeowners make home upgrades such as furnaces, hot water heater replacements, roof replacements and repairs, kitchen and bath upgrades, deck and porch replacements, new siding, and other home upgrades to address long-term health and safety issues. The project area has been designated at the south end of Madison Heights, located south of Lincoln, north of I-696 between DeQuinder and Stevenson Highway. Habitat for Humanity will be a subrecipient of the city and has staff dedicated to homeowner-occupied home restoration and financial counseling. As a subrecipient, they will oversee all grant activities, including applicants for participants, assessing and approving repairs to be completed, contracting for the work to be completed, verifying the work is completed, and payment of the vouchers and repayment if required from the participants. They will also track expenditures and report to the municipality throughout the program. In order to begin implementing this program, the city and Habitat for Humanity need to enter into a subrecipient grant agreement. Legal counsel has reviewed the agreement that's before you tonight. Therefore, Staff recommends that City Council approve the attached subrecipient agreement between the City of Madison Heights and Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County to administer the CPF 2023 grant program for neighborhood home improvements as outlined in the grant application, and authorize the city manager and city clerk to sign on behalf of the city. And we have representatives from Habitat here today if you have any questions.
All right, thank you. What is the wish of council?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I move that council approves the sub-recipient agreement between the City of Madison Heights and Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County to administer the CPF 2023 grant program for neighborhood home improvements, and authorize the city manager and clerk to sign for that.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor. Support.
All right, thank you. All right, motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Your Honor, I'm just going to note that we know that there are more than $850,000 worth of need in our city, and particularly in the areas that we're looking to help. And I'm just excited that we have to start somewhere. You know, I'm excited that we have this opportunity to start helping our residents in real, truly meaningful ways, because I know we have a really bad window in my bedroom. It's very cold the last few months, and, you know, the plastic around the window only goes so far. And I know that people in our city can really have these kinds of repairs and upgrades to their homes make a real and noticeable difference in the lives of the people who live in the homes that are going to be repaired. And I'm excited that we can start somewhere, and I'm hopeful that we can continue this on into the future. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Is there any other discussion from council?
Your Honor, I guess I would just add to that. I concur 1,000%, but also can we find a way to make sure that this is at the front of our website, and this information, because often what happens is when grants and things are available, people don't know where to get them and what to do, so.
Actually, well, if she doesn't mind, call on Ann Duke, who's in the audience. She's a representative from Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County. So along with this partnership of this grant, they have additional resources that they can bring to our residents by way of this partnership, and can kind of talk about how we'll roll it out and advertise it to people, if I'm not putting her on the spot. And while she's walking to the podium, I'll do a shout out for another grant program. Has nothing to do with this agenda item, so it's probably not allowed. But Oakland County currently, just today, opened a grant program for homeowners to do energy efficient upgrades to their home. There's a tier 2, no income limits that will pay you to replace your windows, maximum $3,000, so.
All right.
All kinds of problems being solved here. Hi, I'm Ann Duke. I am the Chief Development Officer for Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County. I'm so excited to be here. With me tonight is our Director of Partner and Community Programs, Micah Jordan, who is actually the boots on the ground that is going to make all of this happen. We're thrilled that we were able to put this program together, and I want to give special thanks to former Congressman Andy Levin for giving his endorsement to this and really to help push it through at the federal level. We do have an entire program ready to go. I believe February 12th is our launch date that we're looking at, and we have a very comprehensive communications outreach to residents within these areas that are eligible. We will be giving some special consideration to seniors, because a large part of this effort and these dollars that are coming are an effort in order to help seniors age in place longer than they're able to right now. We know we have serious aging housing stock in Michigan, and we do not have enough infrastructure in our country to accommodate this aging baby boomer population that is going to require facilities and places for them to age. So the longer we can safely keep, especially seniors, but all citizens of Madison County that are low and moderate income and need this sort of help, the better it will be. And our hope is that we are going to overperform, do a great job, and then we're going to look for additional funding down the road to continue to make this a program that is sustainable here in Madison Heights. So we thank you so much for the consideration and the approval, and we can't wait to get to work.
All right, thank you. Is there any other comments from council?
Your Honor?
Yes.
Yeah, the only thing I want to point out is this help and assistance is potentially the difference between life and death for somebody who's, a senior on a fixed income, who's, unable to replace a furnace in the wintertime in these frigid temperatures, or there's a leak in their roof and they can't do the roof replacement, and it grows mold in their house, making them sick. And so this opportunity to partner with Habitat for Humanity and take advantage of these funds to be able to help our residents is much bigger than just replacing some windows. I think the potential of saving somebody's life, I think the potential of changing that math problem of whether or not they can afford their medicine, food, or the repair, but not all three. I think that's the big thing for me and my takeaway and why I'm excited to support this.
Thank you. Any other comments from council? All right, with that, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries. Thank you. Next up, 6.1, Mrs. Marsh, if you could read what that item is. Was the item that was added?
It is the settlement recommendation from the MMRMA Legal Counsel in Oakland County Circuit Court cases 22-197465-CZ, Arctic Fox LLC, and case number 2023-201613 CZ 305 North Euclid. That's it.
All right, thank you. Can I get a motion from council to approve?
Your Honor,
Yes,
so moved.
thank you. Is there support? All right, thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Your Honor, just really quick, I don't know if it needs to be in the motion or if we can handle it at budget time, but assuming that council concurs, I would like, should we adopt this, the money from this settlement to go directly to public safety. We saw all of our firefighters and their families. We know the needs at our PD. We know the needs when it comes to traffic safety. And I would like to specifically earmark every dollar from this agreement towards public safety. So I don't know if it should be in this motion or in a future budget discussion.
All right. Mrs.
But
Marsh?
we can do that as part of the upcoming budget, because that'll fall in line when we get the money, because we don't get it all initially today, or,
Okay.
this week.
Okay, that's fine. Is there any other discussion?
Your Honor,
Mr. Sherman?
just to clarify, I think the motion on the floor is a motion to consider the adoption of the recommendation made by Special MMRMA Defense Counsel made in closed session tonight, relating to specifically to those two cases recited by the city manager, both of which are versus Madison Heights in the name of the case.
Yes.
Maker of the motion agree?
Support agrees?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Okay, was there someone else had a?
I did.
It was me. I'm just saying I also support what Mayor Pro Tem Bliss said about the emergency services, because they do, the budget for them is going to need a lot of help for traffic safety and all around, just overall.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Wright?
Just curious, do we have to vote on this today? Like, can we postpone this vote and like put it on the regular agenda rather than just add it to the agenda and vote today? Can we add it to, move it to the next meeting?
Are you making a motion to postpone?
I guess I am making a motion to postpone.
Okay, is there support? Okay, motion fails, there was no support, so we are voting on it today.
Okay.
All right, is there any other discussion?
Your Honor,
Yes?
I'm just going to go on record saying that I do not support this, and I haven't supported it, and I will not support it.
Okay,
Period.
thank you. Is there any other comments? Mr. Soltis?
We have roll call.
We can have a roll call. Is there any other discussion? Okay, so I'm still supporting this. There are a variety of reasons, but I think this makes the most sense, and I'm absolutely in favor of using the money from the settlement as it comes in for public safety, however we can best use that, which we'll talk about next month should this pass. So that's the end of discussion. Clerk, can you do a roll call vote, please?
Mayor Pro Tem Bliss,
I vote yes.
Councilman Fleming,
Yes.
Councilman Muir,
No.
Councilor Rohrbach,
No.
Councilman Soltis,
Yes.
Councilor Wright,
No.
Mayor Grabstein.
I vote yes, motion carries. Thank you. 4-3. All right. Next up, we have from the CED Director, 29488 John R. Road, Brownfield Plan Agenda Item, to establish the public hearing.
The City of Madison Heights and MMD Acquisitions entered into an agreement to the sale of property 29448 John R., also known as the former Active Adult Center, on May the 10th of 2022. This agreement included a due diligence period which was extended and the property closed in November of 2023. As a condition of putting this property up for sale was a brownfield plan that included reimbursement of eligible activities as defined by the Michigan Brownfield Redevelopment Financing Act. This site was formerly used as a landfill for the Royal Oak Dump and as a Southeastern Oakland County Resources Recovery Authority, or also known as SACRA, transfer station and incinerator. A Phase 2 environmental study has been performed on this property, and contamination qualifying this property as a facility was found. Reimbursement of the tax increment financing revenues will be used to reimburse cost eligible to activities as permitted by the Brownfield Redevelopment Financing Act. A total not to exceed cost estimate for these eligible activities is $1.785 million and a 15% contingency of $255,000. This contingency excludes baseline environmental assessment activities and the preparation and implementation of a brownfield plan. On January the 16th of 2024, the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority heard this, reviewed the 29448 John R. Road Brownfield Plan, and has formally recommended that City Council approve this plan when presented. Therefore, staff asks that City Council start by scheduling a public hearing for the consideration of the Brownfield Plan at the regular City Council meeting of February the 12th of 2024.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to open the public hearing now.
No, there is
we're
no
just
public
scheduling.
hearing. We're
Oh.
scheduling
Oh,
the
sorry.
public hearing.
So we're scheduling it. Sorry, long day. Okay. All right, so what is the wish of council?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I move that council schedules a public hearing for the consideration of the Brownfield Plan submitted by Most Curious Management Company LLC at 29448 John R. Road at the regular City Council meeting of February 12th, 2024.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor, support.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries. Public hearing will be February 12th. Next up, we have bid awards purchases. We've got the Skynet IT contractor, the networking equipment upgrade Phase 1.
As Phase 1 of a network equipment project, the city is upgrading all of our Cisco Series switches to Cisco Meraki MS350 switches. Our current equipment is considered to be end of life and end of support, posing security risk if the equipment is not updated. This is a replacement of 13 separate switches with a 48-port MS350 48 FPs and will allow us to continue using Meraki dashboard that we currently use for cameras and access points. ITAC has been consulted and provided an update on this project through their quarterly review process with Skynet. Labor costs are also included for $15,525. Staff recommends approving the purchase of Cisco Meraki MS350 switches from CDWG of Chicago, Illinois, under the Michigan Master Computing MyDeal agreement. Total amount is $109,208 plus labor cost of $15,525 for the Phase 1 of network equipment upgrade project for a total amount of $124,733. Funding for this project is included in the fiscal year 2024 budget and from account number 101-228-982.
All right, thank you. What is the wish of council?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I move that we approve the purchase of the Cisco Meraki MS350 switches in the amounts and details as noted by the city manager.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor, support.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Your Honor,
Yes.
just that ITAC has been in constant communication with our IT services contractor, and this was identified as a potential vulnerability because the previous equipment was effectively end of life. And so there's a security concern to not do this.
All right, thank you. Is there any other discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries. And then, City Manager, the purchase of the band shell structure materials.
The City of Madison Heights was awarded a $250,000 grant from Consumer Energy Foundation for the construction of a band shell at Civic Center Park. The staff has sourced the band shell structure and is currently working with Frank Rewall & Sons on construction. City Council is being asked to approve the purchase of the band shell materials from Ventura, who holds the Sourcewell contract out of Brighton. Future agenda items will be presented to City Council for the actual construction. Therefore, staff recommends that City Council approve the purchase of the band shell materials from Ventura in an amount not to exceed $79,235. In addition, a budget amendment will be required to increase revenues for the grant of $250,000 to the miscellaneous revenues and $250,000 to increase park improvement expense under park improvements. The budget amendment does require a supermajority.
All right, thank you. What is the wish of council?
Your Honor,
Yes.
which one do we want first?
Typically, the budget amendment, because
Okay.
if you don't do the budget amendment, can't buy the structure.
All right. Your Honor, I move that we adopt a budget amendment increasing the revenues for the grant of $250,000 to account 101-044-674-0000 and a $250,000 increase park improvement expense for account 101-752-987-0000.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor, I'll support.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Just so that we need nicknames for these going forward.
All right, so this one is the budget amendment, so it does require a vote of 5 in order to pass. And with that, what is the wish of council? Or all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries. And then the second motion, Mr. Bliss?
Yep, Your Honor, it brings me great pleasure to make a motion to approve the purchase of the band shell materials from Ventura, holding a Sourcewell contract in an amount not to exceed $79,235.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor.
Mr. Mayor?
Support.
All right, thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I just want to note for the public that not $1 here is coming directly from the city. It is coming from that grant and being facilitated, and those purchases are coming through the city. So very, very excited that we got this grant to be able to bring this in, because as noted earlier in the meeting, funds are a little tight and we have other priorities, but this grant is enabling us to put up that band shell. So very excited about it.
All right, thank you. Is there any other discussion? Nope. All right. With that, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries. And next up, we have ordinances. There's ordinance 2196, medical marijuana facilities amendment. This is the second reading.
Since City Council approved the recommendation from MMRMA Special Counsel regarding the resolution of litigation in the matters of Arctic Fox and 305 North Euclid, 2 ordinance amendments are now required. Ordinance 2196 amends Article 16 Medical Marijuana Facilities, Section 7-305D, license requirements to adjust the number of medical marijuana facilities licensed for grower Class C, processor, and provisioning center from 3 to 5. The revision also clarifies that if a license is vacated or revoked, the city is not required to reissue such license to an alternate party. It would be at the council's discretion to leave the license open indefinitely or to seek applicants to fill it. Revisions to the green zone map regarding allowable locations for medical marijuana within the city are planned to be addressed during the rezoning and lot combinations.
All right, thank you. What is the wish of council?
Your Honor, I guess I'm on a roll. I move that we adopt ordinance 2196 on second reading.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor?
Yes.
I'll support.
thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All against, say no.
No.
All right, motion carries 4-3. And then ordinance 2197, marijuana licensing amendment, second reading.
Ordinance 2197, revise Article 17, marijuana establishments, Section 7-405E, license requirements to adjust the number of adult-use recreational marijuana establishment license for processor and retailer from 3 to 5. Additionally, Class C grow license would be modified from 15 to 25, and previously mentioned clarification language related to the vacating and revoking of license is also included for marijuana establishment license in this amendment.
All right, thank you. Can I get a motion to approve?
Your Honor, can we do a roll call vote?
Can I get a motion to approve?
I'm sorry, my apologies. Your Honor, like to make a motion to do a roll call vote? Or,
Can I get a motion to approve?
oh, sorry.
Your Honor,
Yes.
motion to approve ordinance 2197 on second reading.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor,
Yes,
I'll support.
thank you. Is there any discussion?
No.
Now?
Is there, yeah, I've got
Sorry.
your, we'll do a roll call. Is there any other discussion?
Got ahead of myself. Yes, roll call, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, is there any discussion? Okay, seeing none, clerk, can you please do a roll call vote?
Councilman Fleming,
Yes.
Councilman Meir,
No.
Councilor Rohrbach,
No.
Councilman Soltis,
Yes.
Councilor Wright,
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Bliss,
Yes.
Mayor Greistein.
I vote yes, motion carries 4-3, just as the other did. So we're done, yay. Okay, so that concludes our regular council meeting, and I invite closing comments from council, starting with Mr. Meir.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll be attending MML newly elected officials training on Thursday night. Looking to that in Sterling Heights. Want to tell everybody, please stay safe with the weather that's supposedly coming. Shout out to our DPS staff for all the efforts that they put in when these lovely weather comes at us. Congratulations to all the firefighters and the two citizens that got awards tonight. And just a final note, I'm not real happy about the marijuana about face. I hope we use that money wisely somewhere. But thank you for our legal counsel for all the effort that they put in dealing with all of this mess. So, thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Bliss?
Yes, Your Honor. First off, go Lions. Historic victory. We were talking earlier, so the city was around, I think, the last time that the Lions won the championship, before the Super Bowl era. We've won 4 playoff games since Madison Heights was Madison Heights. So pretty awesome. I know a lot of us up here have sore voices from screaming at the TV. But, on to the next one. I also want to thank Councilman Soltis for his leadership today. For those who haven't followed through the years, Councilman Soltis has been in opposition to everything we've ever done with marijuana. And it takes a lot, I think, to check that and make the decision he did based on the numbers, based on the cost of the lawsuit, based on the advice of our special counsel, and just very thankful of that. We can put it behind us and use this money towards improving public safety in the city. So, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Mr. Wright?
No comment today.
All right, thank you. Anything from the attorneys this evening, Mr. Sherman?
Yes, Your Honor. First of all, congratulations to all the firefighter recipients and the citizen recipients of their well-deserved awards. Secondly, I'd like to give a shout out to the Michigan Wolverines on winning the national championship on January 8th, 2024, the date of our last council meeting. For some reason, Tim Burns was covering the meeting for Jeffrey and I that night. Lastly, a shout out to the Detroit Lions on winning 2 playoff games. 3 in my life, well, 4 in my lifetime. The city was 2 years old at the time they won their game during the city's incorporation. I'm feeling like I'm in football nirvana. I'm hoping that it continues and that we can bring a Super Bowl to this incredibly loyal fan base that supports the Detroit Lions through thick and thin over the decades. And that includes everybody in the Sherman family. That's it, Your Honor. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Mrs. Marsh?
Yes, I have one program that I briefly mentioned earlier, but I just want to make sure that everyone here and everyone watching is aware of the Oakland Saves Grant Program. We have it on our website. We have been pushing it out. There have been articles in the newspaper and also on the news. It's a grant program to help homeowners make energy-efficient savings to their homes. So that could be new windows, it could be insulation, it could be a long list of things that you already just need in your everyday home anyway. If you are income qualified, it's a $5,000 grant. If you are not income qualified, which means you make more than the minimums, which would open it up to everyone, there is $3,000 provided. It is 20% of the cost. So even if you only need one window, it could still be a couple $100s to you. So the catch is you have to have a quote. So I would encourage you to get those quotes and check out the program. It's on the website. It's on Oakland County's website. It's on Madison Heights' website. You also can just search for Oakland Saves.
All right, thank you. From the clerk's office this evening?
Yes, just wanted to say that we sent out our initial mailing of absentee ballots on Friday, so look for those in your mailbox. You should be getting those shortly if you haven't received them already. And then if you have not already applied for one, please feel free to contact our office or go online and get an application. Early voting starts February 17th. I forgot to double check that date, but that's that Saturday, 2 Saturdays before the election, at the Royal Oak Senior Community Center. And the information on the times and location can be found on our website under election information. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Counselor Rohrbach?
Yeah, I am just going to say that I'm disappointed in our council in making the choice to settle these lawsuits. I've made my case many times. I think that doing this about face is not leadership. I don't think that it was the proper thing to do at this time. I think it was, again, going against the better interest of our city. Every time I've heard talk about it from some of my fellow council members, talking about, oh, we're going to invest in the parks, we're going to do this, and now today it's going to be public safety. We need to invest in these things, and that is something that's important, but we don't need to do it this way. And I think the pressure put on by outside groups, suing our city is despicable, and I am just not happy, and I'm going to bite my tongue before I say anything else. Thank you. Go Lions.
Councilman Fleming?
Yeah, I want to say thank you to all the firefighters who do a great job for our city. If you did not know, during the snow event that we had, the largest snow event this year so far, the firefighters were very busy putting out fires and taking care of down lines and all sorts of issues that were going on throughout the community, and it's really appreciative of what they do. They do a great job, and congratulations to all the firefighters that did receive the awards tonight. Also, I'd like to have a review of our policy for the snow plowing. I do know that there was a lot of people that were talking about whether we should lower the limit from 4 inches of snow to 3 inches of snow, or as needed, and I think that we should review that and see if maybe we can make some changes, because it has been really hard to mitigate all the snow that was, and ice that has accumulated on the ground, making it hard for, on everybody. Also, the 2024 Memorial Day Parade, we're looking for vendors and volunteers to make the parade happen this year. We do not have a very large committee, and we do need a lot more volunteers and people that want to participate in the parade. So we have a website that we will be posting. We'll get the city to post on the Facebook page, and also I'll have it on my council Facebook page, and we'll be sharing it all over so you can sign up and be part of the Memorial Day Parade in 2024. And finally, on this Thursday, on the 25th, or 2 days from today, is a program that's going on at the library for International Holocaust Day put on by the Jewish Community Relations Council of Metro Detroit at 6 p.m. I will be there, and I invite anybody else who wants to participate and hear some stories from Holocaust survivors and other people there that are, I think it's going to be a really good program going on. That's it.
All right, thank you. Councilman Soltis?
Thank you, Your Honor. So I'm looking at a picture of Dan Campbell when he was with the Miami Dolphins and how young he looks. I didn't even know who he was. All those years, I didn't care what coach there was. What was it, Monty? And I thought it was upper management that was causing all the problems. But, you know, I give it to Campbell. I watched both games. They were fantastic. I was amazed of how they pulled that off. And I'm quite frankly, I think they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. But that's my bet. So that's all, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I had a couple of calls as well regarding the 4 inches and the roads, and I know what my road was like, and I agree with Councilman Fleming, if we could look and see if there is a way that when we have less than 4 inches, if we could, I mean, it's still pretty bad out there, and some of the schools are closing, so if you've got kids in school, take a look and see. A lot of the districts are closing. I know Lamphir just did. Hazel Park is closed. So take a look and see, because tomorrow's supposed to be another bad weather day. I want to thank our firefighters. They do put out fires, but they also do a lot of EMS runs, and the community outreach that they do is also really important. This summer, I welcomed a veteran who was walking through Madison Heights to get to Rochester, Michigan, walking all the way from Florida. And our plan was to meet at the fire station, and I met him at Madison High School, and we walked the last mile together. But we were running late because he was walking this whole way. And the firefighters at Station 2 were just fabulous. We had Miss Nini's daycare was there, some other kids were there. And the firefighters just, they entertained the kids. And it was really, really great to see that. So they really are part of our community. I also want to invite everybody out on Thursday, the 25th, to the International Holocaust Remembrance Day panel that's going to be at the library. There aren't many Holocaust survivors left because it was so long ago. Our own city, we lost Alfred Zeidauer, who was a Holocaust survivor who lived in Madison Heights, and he passed away in December. So slowly, they are starting to die, and it's just really important that everyone remembers what happened 80 years ago. I'd like to also remind everyone what she said from Oakland 80 about Jason being in the library every Tuesday afternoon just to help with college applications. It's coming up, the FAFSA forms, the seniors are starting to get their acceptance letters, that kind of thing. So if you've got students who could use some help, please stop by the library and see if Jason can help you out. And with that, I'm going to end this meeting. The next meeting will be February 12th. Please drive safe and be very cognizant of everybody out there. This meeting is adjourned. Good night.